Hi, I'm Brad Schultz. Welcome to my channel, my cabinetry guy. I'm just going to jump right into it here. Let me set the scene for you. Here's an example. You've got a shop or you've got tools in your garage and you think you got a pretty good idea. You think you've got a pretty good plan to build custom cabinetry. And so you set out on building a set of custom cabinetry. And I want you to be honest, you get into it and you realize, oh, I've got to do some calculations here. I had a plan in my head and a few things on paper, but really you're still making calculations as you go. You have, be it drawings, you've got some parts build out, but as you go along, you're putting a cabinet together and then you realize, oh, I need to figure out the size of the door. So you measure the size of the opening, you figure in the overlaps, and then you get some numbers and you put it on a piece of paper and you go to making that. Or you get to the drawer and you're like, oh, okay, now it's time to make the drawers for this cabinet. And so you get the measurements, same thing. You figure out, the width, the length, et cetera, and you keep going along that way and having to calculate as you go. Of course, the problem isn't that you don't have skills or that kind of thing. It's that you don't have a time-proven system, and that's why I'm here. I've been in the business, be it working as a custom cabinet builder for more than 40 years. I grew up working with my dad and my brother, and ever since I was sweeping the shop at 12 years old or 11 or whatever it was. And after that, of course, I learned the trade and have been doing it ever since. I started my own business. After 20 years of working for my dad and my brothers, then I started my own businesses. And here I am now still working. I'll be 61 in 2 days, and I'm still building custom cabinetry. So like I said, you've got the skills, but you need a time-proven system. And that's what I'm here to offer. The system is a production system. What you need is a system where you can produce plans, cut lists, every last little detail that it involves, so that you can literally have every last piece built out on a cut list, every last piece of hardware figured out, the appliance specs, etc. All of those things on a piece of paper or in your computer, however, whichever way you decide to do it. I've got several ways of showing how it can be done. You have to have every piece accounted for in an organized manner before you can even cut the first piece, like I said. This is called production custom cabinetry. I'm really about production custom cabinetry specifically. I'm going to have all sorts of how-to videos, but the most important thing to having the know-how is to know how to have it organized, like I said, in cut lists, etc. And there's easy ways of doing that, having those prepared, whether it's just for yourself or you've got employees. This isn't about talent, nor is it about having expensive tools. It's about having a system of production in place. So like I said, over the last 40 plus years, I've utilized these production methods, what I call my cabinetry guy production blueprint. So whether you work alone, like I said, or you've got employees, you no longer need to work in a halted manner where you're, like I explained, you're going along and then all of a sudden you have to go backwards and decide, okay, I need to build this out. I want to talk about that. It's important that you have every last piece decided on, because if you're making decisions halfway through, you'll find that you're going to make compromises to that set of cabinetry. So I have a questionnaire, and also I have a website. If you go in the comments section, you can ask for that questionnaire. I will send you the link to that questionnaire, and you can go to the link on my website and fill out that questionnaire. The questionnaire is, first of all, it's totally confidential. Only I will read it. And the questions they're things that will help me help you. For example, there's questions like, how long have you aspired to build custom cabinetry? Or those type of things. Some things like how many tools you have currently. And the reason for that is so that I know how to help you in directing you to, for example, maybe you need more tools, maybe not. The big thing that I am advocating or really about is using less expensive tools. I really believe that what most guys or gals have in their shop is more than enough. There might be a few things here and there, but the point is it isn't a costly endeavor to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on tools. So as I said, there's the questionnaire. Okay, so just want to let you know that, so you fill out the questionnaire. One of the things that happens is I get your email address by doing that, of course, because you're signed up for that on the website with the email. With that, I have a newsletter. And in the future here, I'll be sending out newsletters on all sorts of important information, things that can be read about production custom cabinetry. Also, I have curriculum that I'm going to be sharing on there. And if you have any comments, please leave those down below as well. But to reiterate, please sign up to get the newsletters, which will get your questionnaire. Really important for me to be able to help you out there. So I just want to say, I'm looking forward to making some more content here for YouTube, and then of course, also my newsletters. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.